So today, guys, we're going to be welcoming John Pethke to the show. John is the founder and CEO of Introvert LLC and the mind behind the revolutionary dating app for introverts called Amore. And he's here to talk to us about the creation of the app, how it works, how it can help introverted men such as yourself find love in the digital space, and much, much more. So, John, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Happy to be here. I'm excited.
Yeah, glad you're here. So, yeah, you reached out to me and you said that you had a dating app you wanted to talk about that was specifically for introverts. And I have never heard of such a thing. And I'm sure most of my listeners and viewers have not either. So I definitely want to get into that. But first, I want to start off with tell the listeners a little bit about yourself, your dating journey, and how the app came to be.
A little bit about myself. I'm living out of Appleton, Wisconsin right now, where I work full-time for American Family Insurance and teach small business development part-time and getting my master's in sustainable management. And beginning of last year, I was having a conversation with some friends of mine in my office, and we were talking about dating, and I just mentioned that I wish there was like a dating app for people like me who are introverted. And one of them made the comment, "Oh, why don't you make it?" And I don't have any entrepreneurial skills, or I didn't at the time. And I took some time to think about it and did some research and found that there wasn't a platform directly for introverts. So that is where the journey started. I found a company to develop the app and I partnered with them. That's Cold Glow Technologies. They're out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And we started development in May of last year, and we finished development of May of this year. So it was a straight shot of 1 year, and we're just off to the races with looking for marketing opportunities and trying to get the word out.
What research did you have to do in order to make sure that your app was going to be distinguished from others on the market?
Right. So first thing I did was really just look for a dating app for introverts, and what I found was pretty slim. There's a comment out there that Amore operates as the dating app for introverts, but it operates more like a social media platform than a dating app. And Shy Passions is another one, but it's a website, and it looks like its development kind of stopped, or just they didn't really finish. So past that, there's a lot of dating apps out there. It's a competitive market, and a lot of them I find have found that they have certain features that they say are like good for introverts, and they are, but at the end of the day, they're not really like directly catering to introverts. So that's kind of where we're picking that up.
What kinds of features does your app have that would specifically cater to introverts?
Yeah, so one of our main features that's directly for introverts is called our blind date feature. And so when two users connect and match and start talking, there's a toggle option in the messenger area. And when you toggle it on, it lets the app know you're ready to go on a date with them, but it won't let the other user know. And when the other user toggles it on, it'll let the app know, and then the app will let them both know they're ready to go on a date with each other. So it kind of takes the fear away from, asking someone out.
That is actually a great feature, because I know I've coached plenty of guys that they'll be able to actually get to the messaging portion of the dating app, but they just keep the conversation going because they're waiting for her to signal that she's ready. And then the girl's sitting there thinking like, why isn't he asking me? Because he doesn't know that she's ready for that. So that's great. What other awesome features like that do you have in the app?
So I'd say the staple for a lot of dating apps have like a lot of the same features across the board. And I think that's good. I think there's a lot of good features that are already pre-existing. And I think when you make a dating app, they should probably just come with the dating app. So things like retract, which we're calling retract, but it's like the feature where you go backwards if you accidentally swiped on someone. Boost to like expand your area. So we have a lot of the original features that other dating apps use because they are useful, but we have a couple of unique things that maybe don't. Our connect to connect feature is really just how users match with each other. So instead of like swiping and like just tapping, which can like lead to accidental matching, you actually have to press something and drag it over to another spot. And that kind of takes away like the accidental matching. Additionally, our match algorithm is based on the 5 universal love languages. But, with the development, we wanted to get we got it done. And I have a lot of other features that I have like down and ready to incorporate. We just haven't incorporated them yet.
Okay.
So definitely things to come down the pipeline that are going to be really beneficial for introverted people.
Okay. Now, obviously, this is you're marketing this as an app that is for introverted people. How does that affect, like, let's say there's an extroverted woman out there that wants her introvert king. Like, are those type of people, like extroverted people, also invited to use the app as well?
Absolutely. So like I had said earlier, I think a lot of apps, they provide features for introverts, but they're really trying to get as many users as they can, which is understandable for what their platform is. We want this to be catered to introverts, but we recognize opposites attract. So, if you're an extrovert looking for an introvert, we definitely encourage you to join the app, because that's definitely, extroverts will make an introvert happy, potentially. So yeah, we definitely encourage them to jump on.
Now, what is the onboarding process like for the app? Like, okay, somebody downloads the application. What are they filling out? What are they doing? What are the first places they're going to in order to get themselves set up?
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. So like when you jump on the app, it'll provide something for like allowing location services, and then if you're a man, who you're looking for, what kind of person you're looking for, if you're an introvert versus extrovert, and then it allows you to rearrange your love languages in any order. And another thing that we're going to incorporate is like quizzes for if you're not sure about if you're more introverted or extroverted, and your love languages as well. So those are going to be hopefully near future incorporations. But after that, then you kind of start building out your profile, and we have the option for a bio if you want to add more about yourself that you can't from the prompts. But we have pre-scripted prompts that will allow someone to like maybe not have to think as much, and then they can kind of provide what they're like without having to document their whole life down.
Smart moves, because I know dudes be trying to like type all the things that they can. It's like, does the
Yeah.
girl need to know all this stuff about you?
Yeah.
I noticed that you've mentioned a lot of times that a big part of this app is the love languages. I talk about the love languages extensively on this show. What is it that made you want to integrate that as part of your dating platform?
Over the years and talking to people, I've recognized that like the 5 universal love languages are like a really important part of any relationship, and understanding your partner or any relationship you have in general, honestly. An interesting thing, I have a friend that lives with me, and when we moved in together, he asked what my love languages were, and I didn't think about it in the usual sense of like a relationship, but I thought it was like a really good thing to understand about each other. So with the love languages, I wanted to incorporate that because of how important it is to people, and that's how people will match. And I think that makes sense. Other dating apps have used them very lightly. I've seen, like, I think I saw Bumble once use like the 5 universal love languages, but as like it was almost like a marketing tactic, like a temporary one. So they didn't like keep it as a permanent feature in any capacity. I think it's not really permanent in any other dating apps very prominently that I've seen. So I think it's going to be a very beneficial, and I've gotten a lot of really good feedback just on that alone.
The app itself sounds like a phenomenal idea. Where can people go to learn more about Amore?
So we have social media on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, X, not formerly known as Twitter. I'm about to start traveling to get some awareness out there, and when I do that, I'm going to be kind of broadcasting it on TikTok. Apart from that, our website, koyamore.com, and then obviously the app is in both the Apple and Android store now. So there's a decent amount of options out there to check us out.
Okay. One more question I need to ask is, are there paid features, or is it all free? Is it free and paid features? Like what does that divide look like?
Yeah, yep. It's a free to use app. A lot of the features that are going to be beneficial for introverts will come with a subscription based part of it. Additionally, some of the features that like you can buy for like a one-off almost, so you don't have to like subscribe to get everything if it's more beneficial for you financially to just like get one feature for what you're looking for. So that's kind of our subscription or like our revenue feature, how that works.
Well, thank you, John, so much for talking to us about the app. Like I said, it sounds like a great app, and hopefully it's going to launch out there and help a whole lot of introverts. So we don't have to I have to be on this show, keep telling them like, hey, no, it's easy to do dating apps. Like, do them. Like, I can say, hey, there's one out there now that should make it easy peasy to date. So try it out and get out of your shell. So thank you very much for that. Yeah. And the creation of it all together.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I appreciate you having me on and giving me a chance to talk about it.
The rest of you guys, be sure to go to introvertdatingsuccess.com and go there for ebooks, audiobooks, programs, and other things designed to help you date as your introverted self while still getting your alone time. I'm Harry Wilmington, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
You's a bad boy, but you can't stop, won't stop. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high class man. You a high class man.